Hi, I'm Andrew Pelk, a flight instructor here at UND Aerospace. Recently, we upgraded our fleet with Automatic Dependent Surveillance Broadcast, or ADSB equipment, and it has made a huge impact on traffic awareness. ADSB is a new technology system that provides pilots with in-flight traffic advisories and data link weather information. The point is to enhance pilots' situational awareness and improve decision making. In the future, the information pilots get will also be provided to air traffic controllers and may eventually take the place of surveillance radar. FAA forecasts predict a doubling of airline passenger traffic by 2025. Plus a 20% increase in GA aircraft by 2020. To handle the increased congestion of U.S. airspace, ADSB is considered a critical link in future air traffic control. In fact, the FAA published a notice of proposed rulemaking in late 2007 recommending that ADSB equipment be required by all aircraft operating in airspace that currently requires a transponder. If the proposed new rule becomes law, the FAA intends to implement this requirement by the year 2020. ADSB equipment on board an aircraft uses GPS signals to determine exact position, altitude, heading, and airspeed. This information is updated every second and transmitted automatically to air traffic control facilities as well as other aircraft that are equipped with ADSB. In order to receive and display ADSB information, several new pieces of avionics equipment are required. Foremost is the ADSB transceiver itself. We use the Garmin GDL90 in our aircraft. It's generally mounted in the aircraft fuselage, weighs about 9 pounds, and is connected to the appropriate antennas, the GPS unit, and the display panel. And what about the display? Well, if you have a glass-equipped aircraft, like in our SR-20s and Pipers, ADSB can be shown right on the multifunction display. If you have a more traditional aircraft, you can get ADSB traffic information on certain GPS panels, like the Garmin 430, or you can install an auxiliary multifunction display like this Garmin GMX 200. First of all, pilots must remember that ADSB traffic information should augment their visual scan, not take the place of it. No single traffic awareness service, whether you are using ATC advisories, TCast, or ADSB, will see every possible form of traffic. You must still look outside. While preparing for takeoff, monitor your ADSB display. It will provide an overview of the current traffic situation and help you determine a game plan for departure. Once airborne, bring ADSB information into your normal cross-check. It can provide a picture of the overall traffic situation in your area. If you hear another aircraft making a radio call in your area, some displays will allow you to highlight a target and determine its exact position, airspeed, and altitude. When ADSB detects traffic that presents an immediate conflict, it will provide a traffic warning. Use the information on your ADSB display to help visually acquire the traffic and take appropriate avoidance action. If you are unable to acquire the target visually, you can use the information provided on the display to help make an avoidance decision. With data link weather capability, ADSB can also display radar graphics, METARs, and TAFs in flight. Not all displays provide this, but here's an example of how weather information appears on the GMX 200. Remember, not all aircraft have ADSB, so visual scanning is still critical. In addition, some targets may not actually be where they appear on the ADSB display. ADSB-equipped aircraft can see other aircraft that are not ADSB equipped if these aircraft are being painted by ATC radar. These are called TSB targets. However, these TSB targets must be passed to your aircraft through a ground-based transceiver, which causes a delay of nearly 7 seconds. So, when the target appears on your screen at 3 o'clock, because of the delay, it might actually be at 1 o'clock, or even 5 o'clock. So remember to scan the reported area of traffic, not only the exact position displayed on the screen. Some displays can differentiate between ADS-B and TSB targets. On this GMX 200 display, ADS-B targets are shaped like an arrow. TSB targets appear as a shield. This feature provides pilots with additional information regarding relative accuracy of the target display. A limitation of ADS-B that can be a bit confusing is called the traffic shadow. Occasionally, you may receive a traffic warning that appears to be directly above or beneath you. If you maneuver to gain separation, it will appear to follow you. This can be somewhat alarming. What is happening is ADS-B is actually reporting you as a target. This is caused by a faulty traffic filter in the radar ground-based transceiver interface. Finally, ADS-B warnings can be very disruptive during critical phases of flight. To minimize disruption, these warnings can be muted on certain types of equipment. Even though some facets of ADS-B take some getting used to, pilots here at UND have embraced this new technology. Studies conducted at UND during the first year of implementation suggest that ADS-B enhances traffic awareness by 40%. In other words, airplanes equipped with ADS-B saw 40% more aircraft than those not equipped. After every flight, pilots filled out traffic awareness surveys that captured data on the number of aircraft observed. In the second version of the survey, they were asked to list the number of aircraft they visually acquired within 3 nautical miles due to ADS-B, ATC, or unaided visual scanning. In both surveys, ADS-B equipped aircraft acquired considerably more traffic than non-ADS-B. More significantly, in a 6-month period, ADS-B information triggered more than 400 avoidance maneuvers by the pilots. Any one of these situations could have resulted in a mid-air collision without the ADS-B advisory. We believe ADS-B is definitely keeping us safer.
I feel a little bit more safer just knowing where all the aircraft are in at the practice area.
There might be a traffic avoidance that's incoming, and you'll be able to spot the aircraft right away and maintain visual awareness and visual separation.
We really get to see where the other traffic is, that way we can avoid it.
You might be able to use ADS-B to help make pre-flight decisions. Here at UND, we have a new software program developed by the Johns Hopkins Institute. The system is called CRABS, an acronym which stands for Comprehensive Real-Time Analysis of Broadcast Systems. CRABS allows information to be displayed on a monitor in the ops area and viewed by pilots preparing to fly. They can use this for practice area selection and to get the big picture of what is occurring in the airspace that day. Flight ops managers may also use CRABS to manage daily flight activities. For example, it can be used to locate overdue aircraft, monitor solo cross countries, predict the arrival of key aircraft, or determine the impact of deteriorating weather. We're really excited about the future of ADS-B. It has already made a huge impact at UND Aerospace. Both pilots and supervisors are really excited about how it has improved our operation.
ADS-B is a great tool. It improves your situational awareness while flying in the UND practice areas, as well as going on long cross countries where you might be unfamiliar with some of the surrounding areas.
The ATCast traffic and weather information, the Flight Information Service provides us with a whole lot of information that we previously didn't have as pilots. It makes just really increases situational awareness, especially on cross-country flights and local operations even.
The interface is really nice, really like using it. It's really easy to use, especially with the glass cockpit.
ADS-B helps with practice area utilization as well as situational awareness. As a manager on duty, you can see where all the aircraft are, and also in flight, you have great awareness about traffic.
Sometimes when they're practice areas, we have our own frequencies, and it lets us know where the other traffic is.
It's a great tool, especially for new instructors who got their hands full with students and also looking for other aircraft. It makes them more vigilant and also makes the job a little bit easier.
We hope you've enjoyed this quick overview of the system today. Fly safe.
ADS-B rocks.